We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Bengals of Houston taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Right back to him on first down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The Seahawks at 7-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 6.
60 boxes.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Ready? Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down and 6 now.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Roll.
Now a handoff looking right. Able to power through. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Striker, 3-3. Green jack. Smack, red. Check, huh?
Now Young. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Third and 19. Waddle, the motion man right.
65 catch, 65 catch. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Trouble 38. Blaster 6. Blue stripe. Ready.
Now here's Young. He completes this to Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
10 cycle. Black open. Red cycle. Set.
Young will set to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready?
Young looks to throw on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Come on, set.
2nd down and 3.
Red, yellow. Needle blue. Drill green. Ready, ready.
It'll be Young again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Black shot.
Throwing, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down throw for Young. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown! Kenneth Walker. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily none. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt! Cougar 19!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A nice little juke. They can't tackle it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the try here for the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now Young. Finding Walker, complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Rail. Queen Jack. Smack, red. Blaster, 6.
On 1st and 10, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra. Red Cycle.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Light blue. Red, yellow. Beetle blue. Grill green. Ready?
They'll throw again. Young. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now 2nd and 3.
Hey, check that.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And break. Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And now they'll run it here off tackle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Come on, come on.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready.
Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Final play of the half, Young. Steps away to his left. And this is going to work. It's caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Seahawks set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Steal, black. Ready?
On second down, Young. And Walker has it. They find some open field here. Down the sideline he goes. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Ready.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they're going to speed things up here.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tompkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Drill, 52. 6, mega. Yellow. Green jack. Smash, red.
From the red zone now, Young. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Calling a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Quick throw by Young, caught out wide. Touchdown, Bengals! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Liking 18. Go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Go, Reed. Go.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Reload. Reload.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
19 tight. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Davis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, Young. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
On the set.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard.
97. Set.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, Young. That's caught at the 25. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Black Ultra. Set.
Young to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. 176 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's 3rd and 7. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. 52 blaster, fly through. Red, yellow. Ready?
Now Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's Young on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Alert! Alert!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Come on.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready,
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Right, right.
Young to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Young.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season,
Okay,
because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 3rd team now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
70 Timberwolves.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. No, no. Shot alert, check, Panther.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.